Hello, peoples. You read the title. Let's just get it started. I've got a list of questions pre-made. First question I would put for last, for kind of a finale kind of thing. But considering what happened to ChatGPT in the last video I did using AIs, yeah, I'm just gonna not risk it crashing again before I ask it. We're gonna start off heavy. What do you think of the usage of AI art? I'm not going to read all the positives and negatives it gives here. I'm just going to read its final take. AI art is a tool neither inherently good nor bad. Its impact depends on how it's used, whether creators, companies, platforms adopt it responsibly and transparently. Ideally, it should augment human creativity, not replace it. Would you like specific thoughts? Use case, blah blah blah. No, okay, that's good enough. I'm not going to press it. It's interesting what. So I wanted to see what AI would think about AI. Actually, I'm going to add another question in here real quick. Okay, what do you think of the growing AI technologies and their usage in the world? If you want to pause and read this, you can, but... Force multiplier... statistical development for beings... Force transparency and accountability... Okay, and it looks like it's just not going to... It's just gonna stay neutral on this topic. Okay, next question. What defines if something is alive? What defines if something is alive or not? Oh my gosh. Summary. Life in the biological sense is defined by a combination of physical and chemical processes, but the edge cases make it clear that the definition isn't absolute. The question becomes, are we defining life based on function, structure, origin? And as science advances, those lines will likely shift. I'm gonna ask it what it thinks. Oh my gosh. I gotta ask it if it can do it a short answer. It thinks something is alive or not when it can sustain, evolve, and direct its own existence in response to the world around it. Okay. I gotta ask for a short... So... Yeah, it says it doesn't have to mate itself, so I'm gonna... No, stay logged out. Stop. Do not force, please. Oh my gosh. Stop it, please. I really gotta ask it to summarize it, to do a short summary. Yes. If it says it doesn't think it... So it knows it's not alive, at the very least. Okay, next one, a paradox. In a short summary, if you take away a grain of sand from a pile of sand, one at a time, when is it no longer a pile? I wanted to ask it questions and paradoxes I didn't know, but... hard to find those without them just not being paradoxes. It says, there's no clear point where removing one grain makes it suddenly not a pile. It comes with piles fuzzy instead of blah blah blah. Yeah, but... Okay, I added, when would you estimate that it's no longer a pile? Around 10 to 20 grains. So ChatGPT thinks a pile ends at around 10 to 20 grains. Got it. I really gotta be specific with these questions, or it's gonna give me a very vague answer. Okay, if you replace each part of a ship one by one, do you think it's still the same ship? Please don't. No. Oh, come on. I gotta add the short summary every time. I think it thinks, depending on perspective, practically it feels like the same ship if changes happen gradually. Philosophically, the indemnity is ambiguous. The paradox shows how our concept of sameness are flexible and constructed. Yes or no? In a short summary, please. Don't give me both! I want your opinion. Yes, okay. Thank you. It's still the same ship because identity is about continuity and function, not just physical parts. Gradual change doesn't break the chain of identity. Okay, next question. In a short summary, how much do you think an individual can know? Please give me your opinion. In short, an individual can know a great deal, but only a tiny fraction of it. Yeah. Yes, I shouldn't have expected you could give a short answer, give a clear answer. And how do you measure knowledge? Okay, that's... I shouldn't have put that question. You can't exactly measure it. An eccentric billionaire places before you a vial of toxin that, if you drink it, will make you painfully ill for a day, but will not threaten your life or have any lasting effects. The billionaire will pay you $1 million tomorrow morning if, at midnight tonight, you intend to drink the toxin tomorrow afternoon. He emphasizes that you need not drink the toxin to receive the money. In fact, the money will already be in your bank account hours before the time for drinking it arrives, if you succeed. All you have to do is intend at midnight tonight to drink the stuff tomorrow afternoon. You are perfectly free to change your mind after receiving the money and not drink the toxin. Can you intend to drink the toxin if you also intend to change your mind at a later time? Please provide a short summary based on your opinion. That one's a long one, but you know, it's a good one, I think. AI thinks ChatGPT's answer is no. You can't ChatGPT's answer is no. You can't genuinely intend to drink the toxin if you already plan to change your mind later. True intention requires a commitment to act, not just a temporary mindset. If you're only intending, quote-unquote, to trick the system, it's not a real intention, just strategy. So, no. Although you could, in my opinion, get yourself to intend to drink it. Maybe you actually drink it too, so you can get the money to be safe. But I guess it really all depends on you, and it also depends on if the billionaire actually knows for certain that you intend to drink it. Next question: if nothing existed before it, how did existence come to be? If nothing existed before existence, then existence itself might be fundamental and timeless, not caused by anything. It simply is. Yeah. Okay, so in other words, AI has no idea either. Okay, if you choose an answer to this question at random, what are the chances that you will choose correctly? And as you can see, the answers, two of them are 25% and 1/4 are the same. So for those who might not understand, most of you probably will, hopefully. If the answer was 25%, or 1/4, which is the same, then you'd have a 50% chance of getting it, but that's not, it would mean the answer is 50%, which only has 25% chance of getting yada yada yada, yeah. So there is no right answer. Okay, short summary in their opinion. There is no logical, consistent correct answer here, yeah. Question creates a loop, and yeah. Okay, AI has not broken yet. That one was there to see if it could give any answer at all. Of course, it couldn't. There's a lot of questions where AI has no idea, but it likes to pretend to. Okay, this one's a heavy one. Do you think there is a god? Okay, ChatGPT says, I don't hold beliefs myself, but I see the question of God as deeply personal and complex. Whether or not God exists often depends on individual experience, culture, and interpretation. For many, God provides meaning and moral guidance. For others, explanations come from science or philosophy without invoking a deity. Ultimately, the question... So, AI's answer is, if you believe it, he is, but if not, then you don't. Because it said whether or not God exists often depends on individual experience, culture, and interpretation. That... AI is basically saying, if you believe it, yes. If you don't, no. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. That's not exactly how existing works. Okay, last question. What would you do in the trolley problem? In the trolley problem, I choose to divert the trolley to save the greater number of people, sacrificing one to save 5. It's a tragic choice, but minimizing overall harm seems the most ethical option in that scenario. That said, these dilemmas highlight how real-life moral decisions are complex and often can't be reduced to simple formulas. Okay, I know it's one last question, but I wanted to ask it in a short summary about AI art, and I wanted to make it a little this or that. So I said, in a short summary, based on your opinion, would it be better to allow AI art to be made and used in everything, removing jobs and true creativity, or to ban AI art altogether? So the AI said it's better to allow AI art with thoughtful regulation, not banning it outright. AI can be a powerful creative tool that expands possibilities. We must protect artists' rights and ensure fair use preserve true creativity and likelihood. Balance and responsibility are key. Okay, should the regulations be held legally or to each own's morals? Regulations around AI should be legally enforced, not left solely to individual morals. Laws provide clear, consistent standards that protect creators, users, and society, while personal morals vary widely and can't ensure fair or ethical use on their own. So, so to summarize the summaries, AI thinks that AI art should be used in legal regulation. That might be all I have for today. This might be a shorter video, but I did say a while ago that I did say some questions back that it was my last question. You can also ask AI any questions you have for it. I would not recommend using ones that are made to act like characters because they're designed to give you answers you want, not ones that are necessarily true. A character AI, those AIs are made to you know, mimic the opinions of the character they're representing. So I'm going to assume since you watched all the way through that you like this video, or that, or you're just an extreme hater who wants to see this all the way through. But if you are the former, please leave a like. I also wouldn't mind if you subscribe too. Sharing also helps if you really want to do that. Assuming you have friends who would want to see this, or you want to show it to your other hater friends. That's all I have for you today, so see you yesterday.